very good evening. You're watching NewsX and I'm Shivani Singh. We are starting off with the biggest news that we're tracking for you right now, where China's J-16 fighter jets have now faced off against French-made Rafales in a very rare air combat drill in Egypt. Now, the drill is part of the second edition of Eagles of Civilisation exercise. This is a joint exercise between China and Egypt, where it began on August 22nd. Now, Chinese and Egyptian air forces have been conducting combat training, including one-on-one aerial drills under realistic battlefield conditions. What makes this exercise significant is the first ever direct combat training between Chinese J-16s and Egyptian Rafales. Well, Egypt's MiG-29 fighters are also participating, while China has deployed support aircraft, tankers and helicopters. The exercise is also being closely watched in India, particularly after last year's India-Pakistan hostilities involving Chinese and French-designed fighter platforms. Well, the drills could offer Chinese pilots valuable experience operating against the Rafale platform. So this is more than just a routine joint exercise. It is a closely watched test of air combat tactics, aircraft capabilities and also pilot skills. Let's discuss this further with Wing Commander Alok Sahai, who's a defense expert. He's joined us on this broadcast. Thank you so much, sir, for taking out your time and for speaking to NewsX. A very good evening to you.
Good evening.
Sir, I want to understand from you how important and significant this particular exercise will be, given that this is the first time that we will be seeing in a joint exercise the Chinese F-16s coming face to face in joint combat against French Rafales.
Yes, this is of a lot of significance for India because first time both India would also be looking forward to how Rafale performs against J-16 and Chinese would also be testing how does their aircraft perform against our aircraft maneuvers. So, but we should not look beyond this because we should not fear that any kind of technical or other secret data can be obtained by China by this exercise. It is not possible because core classified parameters like internal radar frequencies, electronic warfare systems, then missile tracking ranges, source code, etc. All proprietary internal hardware and software secrets are kept heavily guarded. So this is not to be feared as some of the media raising questions that, but yes, there is no doubt that Chinese would be able to assess the maneuverability of our Rafale against J-16, and that much would be known to the Chinese, and there is no doubt about it. However, India should, share its concern with the French people that Rafale should not be used in exercises where our enemy countries' aircraft are involved, so that the surprise element of our aircraft performance will be lost. That much concern we should share with the French people. Otherwise, this is an exercise where both the countries, both the aircraft, they assess the maneuvers of each other, their sharp turns, their tactical aerial combat capabilities. That's it. Thank you.
Absolutely. Wing Commander Sahai, if I can also get your observations regarding how this might be also significant for China to study the combat patterns of the Rafale which India utilizes, and we had in fact used this during the Op Sindoor hostilities.
Yes, there is no doubt, as I told earlier, that they would be able to assess Rafale's maneuverability in the aerial combat in 1 versus 1 and 2 versus 2. Both these exercises have been conducted. So they would be able to assess how does Rafale perform, so that it will give you an edge that they can prepare themselves accordingly. But to me, there is a serious concern on the other side, because it's not only the joint exercises, but China is trying its best to get the secrets of Rafale through various other sources also. Like just in recent times, in July this year, one French Rafale pilot has been arrested in France. He was accused of sharing secrets with China. The Rafale secrets has been shared with China by him, and very incriminating documents have been seized from his house after the raids. And not only this, China is also adopting various methods. They have been poaching NATO pilots. Retired pilots are being hired by them through different shell companies, and these pilots are going and training the Chinese pilots, and this is a matter of concern. And in Greece also last year, 4 Chinese nationals were arrested. They were taking photographs, and they were collecting some incriminating information about Rafale at their air base there in Greece. So these are the ways China is trying to gather maximum information about Rafale, because China also knows that in case of any conflict, their adversary, Indian side, will be equipped with Rafale and Su-30. So they would like to collect as much information as possible. Yes.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Vinkamada Sahar, for your valuable perspective on this particular issue. But we are moving forward to some news now coming in from Bihar.